to this in just a moment. But let me just please ask you, if you would repost this, if you would share this today. I believe this is going to be encouraging, something powerful that we are going to share with you. This ministry has taken a step, a major step that's going to help us help you. It's going to help us reach the world. There's a lot we're going to get into in just a moment. And I just want to say from the bottom of our heart, partners, thank you. And if you're a partner here, you have helped us get to this point. And maybe if you want to partner with us and you're watching, you simply go to josephz.com and you can partner there today. All the text to get information is on the screen, and I'm looking forward to that. I just believe that we have so much to get into. Now, repost this, share this if you would, because I want to share with you something tremendous that has happened for us. And by us, I mean us and our partners, and those of you who view every day and our growing family. We have, as of this moment, acquired a new building. Yes, we have. We've acquired a new building. So there's a lot that goes into it. It's going to need a lot of remodeling. It's going to need a lot of work done on it. But I got to tell you, the end result of this is going to be awesome. The way it's going and how this is playing out is supernatural. Only God could do it. God has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes. So what I'd like to do is right on the front side of this is I'm going to show you a couple images in just a moment. Then I'm going to talk to you just a little bit further, and then I'm going to give you a walkthrough of our brand new building so you can see the ins and outs and where we're going with this. Now, if you would, look right here. This is a front image of our new building. Now you look at this and say, my goodness, well, what is this? It looks like it's something nestled in the woods. Well, it's because it is. It's in a neighborhood. It's a great building. You go through these front doors. It's actually much larger than it may appear in this photo, but it has a very homey villa type feel to it. And yet it is going to be the staging ground of our World Broadcast Center. This building is over 14,000 square feet. It's on 2.5 acres. There's so many things about it that just work for us. It's so unique, it works for us. And I want to show you this. Let me show you just another image. Here's the front door. You go up to this. Obviously, it's ornate. It's just tremendous. Going through there, I'll show you just the intro, or the entrance, I should say. This is just the entrance where you sit down, and this is only the entrance to the building. There's a lot more to it, but you can go in here. There's a lot of room for fellowship, and this is just part of the room where you could sit and have fellowship in and whatnot. But this is kind of the gist of what it is, just in an image form, but there's so much more to this, and I want to elaborate on that in just a moment. Now, the building, of course, you could sit outside, all of this, and let's just go back to the first picture. This is what it is. There's going to be plenty of room. And in the video I'm about to walk through with you, you're going to see a lot of information, and you will get the vision of the potential and why we went after this building. Now, just before I do that, let me share something with you on how we acquired it, what we need to do, and where we're headed with this. Then I'm going to show you a video of the whole walkthrough of the building. It's going to be great. So let me go to the whiteboard. I want to show you what this is about just very briefly, and then we'll get into everything. We put roughly this amount down, cash on the building. That held it. We made it happen. It was a miracle how this took place. We are right now in the process of working this out, which is going splendidly. Everything's great, which will include $800,000 additional to this number for the finance and the remodel, and we're roughly landing about the number 1.2 million. 1.2 million will cause the building to be completely paid in full with a remodel, ready to go, and God willing, we'll be able to do a New Year's Eve either service or special broadcast from the building on New Year's Eve this year. So we're believing that. So we're going to work towards that to make that a reality, and this is the goal. So I'm going to show you this, and the reason I say this is at 1.2 million getting this building, it is absolutely worked out, or we've been told to build it or purchase it as it is even in a normal market, because we got a serious blessing out of this. It would cost anywhere from $3 to $4 million. So upon paying this off, suddenly we have a $3 to $4 million asset that is in the ministry, and we're able to have buying power to do more ventures and what God would have us to do. So I got to tell you, this is an amazing opportunity that God gave us and our partners, and I'm super excited about it. And without further ado, I'm going to go into this video now, but I want you to please consider what the Lord would speak to you, how to stand with us in this. This took a lot of the cash we had in reserves to do this. We're financing this part, and to clear all this up and go square with the ministry and where we want to be in this building is $1.2 million just to get it ready to rock and roll. But then we want to go beyond that, of course, develop studios and all this. This is exciting. This is a great day in the ministry, and I want to thank you so much for being a part of it. Thank you, partners. Now, let me talk to you. Kind of exciting. Our team is ecstatic. All of it. We'll be able to house our whole team in this and all of it. Well, here's what I'd like to do. At this moment, I'm going to show you a walkthrough of the video, or rather a walkthrough of the building via video. And I'm just going to take you on a tour of the whole facility the best I can and try to share the vision with you. If you would, please watch this. I will be back again. Even after I talk through this video, I will be back again right here to close out this broadcast. And I think it's going to be a great opportunity. Please pay attention. Pray with me. Would you put your faith on and pray with me as you're watching this, as we go through our brand new Z Ministries World Headquarters, the World Broadcast Center, and so much more that we're going to be putting into this wonderful gift from God. Join me as we enter into this new phase of our ministry. Join me as we go on inside. So here we have it. This is the World Broadcast Center, but what you see is really a building that we were just able to get. We've gone back and forth on this. We've worked through the process, and now we're able to really start letting the vision grow. So I just want to show you as we go in. This is the entryway to the World Broadcast Center. This will be the home of Z Ministries International Headquarters. It will also be the home of what we're calling the Voice of God Network. So many other things are publishing, all of it, but I'm going to show you. So right as we come in here, you see a entryway. This is what we have right now. There's a dining area. There's a very homey feel to this whole place. There's Heather and Danny. You guys want to wave? Hello. And so here we are looking at all these wonderful sites. It's got a real Colorado villa feel. You've got a nice entryway for many people to sit and talk and have a great time together. You can see the fireplace, all this. When you look at the architecture, it's really built well. This place is really unique because it was built by an engineer. It was crafted and created with a very unique feel and style that just happens to fit everything we need. Let me keep showing you further. I'm going to take you now to what we're going to call our executive offices. Now, it's going to look a little bit like Noah's Ark with all the framing and things that are there in its original form before it actually, went on the sea. But I want to show you what's going on here, and I think this will really help you get an image and a picture of how our executive team is going to be operating on a day-to-day basis here. Come on with me. This will be where our executive offices are. Now, I don't know if this shows up good, but up here, there's going to be a restroom in this location. This will be a restroom. There'll be another restroom here, and then a form of like coffee area, where people can kind of get their snacks and food and whatnot. We will turn this area into a conference room where I can meet with my executive team, where we can make decisions, have our weekly meetings, talk about partners, pray for you, and just begin to function as a normal organization would to take over the world by the preaching of the gospel. Now, these individual areas will be offices. And again, you can see all the drywall and things that came with the building. It's just a shocking blessing that we have all these things, but these are office spaces. We're going to remodel this, tear some of it out, redo it, and we're just going to put it together, of course, according to code and zoning and all the things we do through permits, and we're working on that right now. But you see all of this area, and this will be an executive office, another one here, and it just wraps around the conference room. As you can see, here we are, entering into one of the main hallways in the facility that we're we're getting here. And the floors are going to need a lot of updates because they have, I don't know, some damage or scuffing on them, and they're peeling up a little. So we want to get that resealed. We're going to do a number of things. You can tell there's a lot of murals. And if you can just see this kind of painting on the wall, we're going to change a lot of this. It's kind of raw in its original state right now, but we're going to begin to really redesign this. And in this hallway, which is off the auditorium, there's restrooms. It's just tremendous. You know, this came with complete bedrooms and all that, but we're going to change a lot of this. We're going to change it out. We're going to transform this. This would be what you would consider a green room for guest speakers we come in, or guests we would host and house here while we do special events. Really large bathroom spaces, unique and large, and so that's wonderful. You can see this hallway again is decorated along the walls. We're going to change all this. We have offices here. We have rooms that can be used for offices. Right now it's a form of a linens and laundry. We can fix that up for what we need. This could be a nice podcast studio. This is a place that could be utilized as an office or a podcast studio. You see a lot of beds and things because this was kind of like a Airbnb type place or a bed and breakfast, this side of it. And you just see all the pieces that are in place. And of course the halls just keep going. So you recognize here's another room. You see this here, you see the bedroom here, another restroom, and so much more that could be used as office space and whatnot as we continue growing. And again, down here. Same thing here, another office, bathroom, and so much. It's just tremendous what's in this place. And here we have a utility room. And of course, all this is basically needing to be remodeled, and I believe we can do this in fast order. What do I mean by that? Well, we have the crew, we have people who can help, and we're going to be looking for volunteers who are specialists in any way that'll reach out to us, and we'll see when we're arranging work days and how we can really begin to make good use of this space so we can get into it quickly. Here's another space here. This would be a smaller office. There's lots of beds because it was, of course, an Airbnb or a bed and breakfast was the original use of it. It needs to have a lot of work done in here. So when you're seeing it, this is in its raw form, and we're going to do a lot of work to make this thing really be utilized for the kingdom. But it's great. It's got fireplaces in it. We've got all kinds of wonderful deals, doors, exits, bedrooms. There's just so much in here. So let's keep going. We are so grateful to every one of you who stood with us in advance for this place. And I just want to show you everything I can while we can. We have a very unique space for people to meet and congregate. This is going to be used for our team, our executive leadership, special guests we bring in to minister to you and partners, and guests we bring into the studio audience. And so this is just part of that again from another angle. In this space right here, this will be one of the main studios that we work out of every day. Now, you have to use your imagination. You can tell that it's made out of basically just studs and raw construction and all this, but I'm really thrilled about it because it's time for us to expand not only to the large studio, but to this studio where we can begin to build a backdrop. We have very high ceilings. We can put things together. And here's a unique aspect to this building, and of course the design of it is every floor, the whole floor of the entire structure is heated. And that means it really helps be efficient with the heating costs in the winter time. And I'm just really excited about it. I'm just so thankful to our partners who've helped us get this far. And I'm believing God that we're going to knock this thing out. But you can see right here, we'll probably put a set here. We'll have a camera array in here, multi-camera system, lighting. I'll have special guests in here. We'll be able to do news and media from here. And this will be a very cozy environment. It's really spacious, but it's still a cozy environment for a studio where our staff and team can be in here. We can minister to people around the world live in real time from here, the way we do Prophecy Live every morning. We'll continue talking about news. We'll continue talking about Bible instruction, prophecy as it's happening today. And I know it's going to be a blessing to you. And I'll tell you what, we are excited about this. Our team is rejoicing because this space is really going to provide everything we're looking for, at least in this season of the ministry. The other thing I like about it, and we can kind of aim out here just a little bit, is that although it needs to be cleaned up, this is in its raw form, as we do construction and go to work on this, when it's snowing outside or there's weather outside, when I'm live and in real time, we'll be able to look right outside, see the weather, and really enjoy that. And for me, that helps me. I just got to tell you, it helps me a lot, and I'm very excited about this. And I'm so thankful to those of you who've helped us. Let me keep showing you. Over here on this side, this will be where we do some more of our production and things. And it's interesting, when we bought this place, it came as is. What I mean by that is all the material, construction, and many different, I could just say, articles of, decoration are all over this place. So we're going to keep some, we'll get rid of some. We're just looking at it and saying, my goodness, there's a lot of stuff here. So we bought it as is. That was part of the understanding. So if you see some unique things in the video, it's because that's how the building came. In this section here, we can use this for storage. We can use this for a number of things, such as production, or we can also use it for all of our materials and books, tapes, CDs, all the things that we put together, our MP3 flash drives that we send out, and so many more materials. So this would be what we call our production area, meaning this is where our product will be, all of it, our t-shirts, the hats, whatever we end up with, the going red, jackets or shoes or hats, of course, whatever we make. And this is where it's going to be. And I believe God is helping people just be blessed through the ministry. But not only that, this is the space that's required to do that. So when you see this, this is what we'll do here. Now, the amazing thing about it is these floors are heated, and it's a tremendous blessing for us, because I think it's going to really help make us efficient. And of course, we got windows everywhere. You can see what's going on. Great entrance, exit points. We got a lot more construction to do on it, so it's going to be good. Here I'm taking you to our very overgrown parking lot. In this parking lot, it's probably hard to tell on camera or look at it for what it is, but you can see there's trees, and I like having trees around. So we're going to keep as many trees as we can, and maybe every single one of them. But what I'd like to say to you is, in this area, in this space here, we've counted that maybe, roughly, we could probably have up to 80 cars parked here. Now, there's a lot of hurdles before we can just make that statement and get things done, but it does provide at least a good amount of parking for a studio setting. And we are so excited about this, because I know that it's going to be very beneficial to both our partners, our viewers, and those that want to come meet us and attend one of our events here in Colorado Springs. Now, you're going to have to use your imagination on this part, because in this section of the building, what you see is a koi pond, and you see all these things. Now, this will not be here long term, but we're looking at all these water features and whatnot and murals. So you have to use your imagination, because this is just the beginning of us taking possession. So obviously we're going to want to remodel this. We're going to want to change this around, but I'm very thrilled about it. The space is awesome, and it works great for a studio setting. So now let me show you one of the places we're going to begin to have live studio audiences and meetings. Check this out. This space right here is 4,000 square feet of meeting space. And what we're going to do in this space is put together a set and a studio where we can have a studio audience. And the studio audience is going to really be able to get direct teaching from me and other special guests that we have in here. We're going to talk about news, a variety of things, and I believe we're going to fulfill the vision of reaching 1 million for 1 billion right here. But one of the things the Lord has showed us is that we are to make disciples through media, and now we have the facility to do it. Now, it's going to take a lot to do this, but you can see the space. If you look over here, this will be where we begin to build a stage. We're going to build a sound design. It's very echoey in here, and we want to begin to create a sound environment, or make it really conducive to sound, where people can really appreciate what's going on, but we're going to put cameras in here, a boom arm, and so many other things. When you look up here, you can see up top there is a balcony, and there's a whole area where we're going to put offices for our executive team, our offices and whatnot. There's going to be several offices we can place up there, a boardroom, and so many other things. Now, when you look at it, it's kind of a unique design because you see the arches and you see the mural paintings and all this, and we're going to change all of this. So right now you're looking at it in its raw form in the very beginning of this vision, but I got to tell you, I am very thrilled about what we're going to accomplish in this place. Let's continue. Well, first of all, when we're here, you can see now that we have a great bird's eye view of the World Broadcast Center studio, main studio, that we're going to begin to put together, and we're going to have audiences. Now, in this place, we may put bleacher seating, we may put floor seating, but whatever we end up doing, it's going to benefit the audience that we have, and you're going to be ministered to both prophetically and through the content and information we release live. One of the cool things, or I should say helpful things, is this building came with the raw materials to remodel it. Now we're walking all over, so I just went up a flight of stairs and whatnot, but the building came with the raw materials, drywall, sheetrock, all of it, to remodel all of this, and we have a lot of manpower to do it, but we're going to need a lot more help, and we also need the resources to complete this project. This would be outside what we would consider our product development area in this space here. In there is that kitchen area that we showed you, and of course, you know, the front door that I have open right now is right here. There's the fireplace area, and the building is a lot bigger. It's 14,000 square feet, and so I'm very grateful for the size that it is. And you know, people would say 14,000 square feet, is that really a World Broadcast Center? Well, yes, it is, because all we need is just enough space to get the word out, to get the message out. And we're believing for faith-filled, God-sent partners that want to help us get this building paid off. Let me say something to you about it. We have taken $500,000, we put it down, we are working on that, we are getting some financing worked out to pay the remainder off, but we're in a great position right now as it is. What I'd simply like to ask you is this, is if you want to be a part of paying off the remaining $800,000, I'd encourage you to stand with us today. I'd like to say this was a very wise decision and a good use of partners' resources. Here's why. We are getting this building for $1.2 million. The builders and developers we've had come look at it, the appraisers and all that, have said to build this building today, or to create it from scratch, or to just purchase it outright in perfect condition, could run anywhere from $3 million to $4 million, considering the cost and the excellence it's built with. So I just want to say to you, the moment we have this paid off, we are going to have an asset that's going to help us take lunging steps forward for the ministry, for our reach, and so much more. Now, there's many more things we plan to do that will advance the word of the Lord. It will advance the reach we have, and of course, even some of the land acquisition we're looking to do for the sake of the gospel. Now, the interesting thing also, let me say this, as we're here today, one of the signs I have, and this is unique with me, is whenever there's a significant moment, oftentimes it will begin to rain in our ministry. And today it's been raining and thundering as we took possession of this property. It's a prophetic sign to me. We find it unique, but as we got the keys, I realized it began to rain today, and it was thundering and lightning and all that wonderful stuff. I'm just thankful to the Lord. It was a sign to me, and we just are so grateful for this. So let's go back inside. Partners and friends, this is just a quick glimpse of the building. We'll begin to show you more and more drafts and digital outlines, God willing, of what we plan to do to make this building a complete realization, or a reality that really works. And so our goal is to be in this place by January 1st with everything remodeled, and maybe even, God willing, have a New Year's Eve service here. Now, we're just planning that way. We're going to begin to go after this and begin to remodel and create everything we need this to be for studio space, for guests as it allows. And let me just simply say this to you as well. I believe this: you cannot give God. We have sown seed up to this point, and we've sown heavy, and we are believing for this building to be paid in full. I'm believing for that in short order, as quickly as we can accomplish it, because all it's going to do is help us reach more people, go further, and really honor God and our partners with the resources that they've been giving and you have been giving. So I'd simply like to ask you this. If you're interested in standing with the ministry and you want to help us do this, we will have this thing debt-free if we can get $800,000 paid off in short order. Whatever you can give, whatever you can sow, if God places it on your heart, or if you have a purpose in your heart that you want to stand with us and you've been waiting for a worthy cause to give to, or something you want to stand with, or say, my goodness, whenever Joseph and these guys have something significant they want to do, we want to stand with them. Well, this is your opportunity. If you're interested in standing with us, I'm believing with you, with our partners, that this will be paid in full by the time we have our first meeting here. That's my faith confession. That's what I'm believing. So if you would, please go to josephz.com. You can text the keyword give to 719-259-0029. I am believing God that this is going to be absolutely debt-free in short order. Would you consider standing with us? Partners and friends, we love you. And I'll tell you, I believe this is going to make an impact on your life, your children's life, and the life and the future of our nation and this world. After all, we're calling this the World Broadcast Center. So thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this very quick tour. There'll be more to come as we advance. We start construction on this place, remodeling and making things really work. I'll give you video updates and show you everything we can as we're going, and we'll keep you updated on how the giving is going and how the vision is being paid for. I hope to have a great report for you very soon about the wonderful and generous increase towards this building and this project, because I believe we can knock this out for the kingdom very quickly together. And again, if you would do that, we love you. We will contact you if you reach out to us and help us accomplish this vision. Would you join us? Would you consider doing it today? Go to josephz.com, or you can simply text the keyword give to 719-259-0029. You text the keyword give, and I'm believing God is not only going to bless you in your vision, but we're believing for this thing to be paid in full. I know that together we can do it. We can do it. This is no big deal to Jesus, and I believe that if we all come together and give what we can under the unction of the Holy Spirit, I believe this building will be paid in full, and it will be a realization that God is in this. I bless you. Thank you for watching this short update. I told you we had an announcement. Here it is, and thank you so much. Jesus is Lord. We love you so much. Partners and friends, I look forward to keeping you updated with this brand new and thrilling development. We are ecstatic about what the Lord's doing here in this ministry. Thank you for helping us. I'll see you very soon. Well, I hope that helped you get a vision and an image for what we have going on inside the building. You saw every little piece of it. You know, there's a lot more to it. There's more property around it that we just didn't take time to show every bit of it. But I hope to continue showing you the ins and outs of it as we're going, developing, keeping you up to speed as routinely as possible. So we're going to be doing that. I just simply want to say to you, we're thrilled about this. Our team is thrilled about it. We believe God has done something monumental for us. And we're calling it the World Broadcast Center. It may not seem like it's the largest facility ever, but I got to tell you, it's more spacious than you might understand. And a lot of our team is going to be able to be packed in there, and we're going to really make a difference. So simply put, I want to say this to you. If you have any interest, or if the Lord's speaking to you, or if there's something that you feel you could do to stand with us, we are believing God to have this building paid off, have the remod paid for, have everything taken care of in short order. I am putting out my faith. Heather and I have been sowing huge. Our ministry's been sowing into other projects and buildings, and we're believing God in faith right now that the Lord's going to call some of you to stand with us. If it's in your heart, if it's in your mind, I'd encourage you to give anything you can towards this, And this amount, 1.2 million final, but any amount that you can sow, we are so grateful for. And so let me just say this to you. You can do that by going to josephz.com. At josephz.com, our mailing address is there. You can physically mail in. You can text the keyword give to 719-259-0029. You can text the keyword give. And we are just encouraging people to not only partner with us today, but sow something that means something to you, to sow into the World Broadcast Center. Because from this place, we're going to impact the culture. We're going to go after the young people. We're going to really be innovative in a way that's not only live, but creative and sending out now words in the culture. And that includes news. That includes special guests. That includes studio broadcasts. That includes intensives where we minister to people in a very personal way with people that come join us in the audience. Maybe you will come join us in the audience as we start having routine broadcasts, special recordings, conferences, and whatnot. We have so many things we can do here. It is unbelievable to the carnal what God has done. People have come around and they looked at this. We've had developers, builders, just wonderful people that said, you really have something here. This is remarkable. And how did this happen? We got it for 1/3 or 1/4 rather, the cost. And we're so grateful to the Lord. We want to pay this off. We want to take a lunge forward for 2024. What's coming next? We believe it's important that we are ready. And God has positioned us. And now today, we need your help. If you have any interest or you have a desire to do this, I got to tell you, we are so grateful to you. And would you consider sowing your very best today? Maybe it's a one-time gift. Maybe you want to sow much more than that. Maybe some of you know that God is speaking to you right now. There might be somebody that could take care of the whole thing on this broadcast today. And I've got to tell you, anything that goes above and beyond this number, should God be that gracious to this ministry and to our partners, we will use it for the glory of God, and we will only take it into the whole studio development, and it'll just get us there faster. So this is phase one. We want to knock this out. It's going to be amazing. And I got to tell you, we are so grateful to you. Partners, friends, anybody that's sown here and you sow again today, thank you. We believe together we really are going to change the world. I felt an unction to label this place the World Broadcast Center, because that's what we want to do. We want to broadcast to the world. We want to reach the world. 1 million's not enough. We need to go beyond 1 billion. Real time, touching people's lives, bringing them into the kingdom, because we believe media is the final frontier to reach the masses. We really do. You can have a stadium of 1 million people, several million people, but if you do it right with media, you can reach those people in one day and then do it again the next. And that's what we're believing God for. Help us with the vision of 1 million clear-eyed, clear-minded reformers to reach 1 billion. And it starts by having a place to bring them. It starts by having a hub. It starts by having a World Broadcast Center. This will have our headquarters and everything. You know what's going on. You know what's happening. You've helped us get here. Thank you. Our viewers, everyone who's ever sown here, thank you. You've helped us get here. Please consider helping us finish out this phase so we can go to the next. We love you. I will keep you updated. And just before I go, I want to pray for you. Go right here. Lord, I bless every gift and giver today as we stand together over the World Broadcast Center, Z Ministries, international studios, or I should say international headquarters, and the things that are happening. We're going to have all these things. I speak life over every gift, every giver, every person that's sowing into the ministry and the broadcast, the prophetic journalism, the reaching of the young, training, and so much more. I just speak life over you and increase in the name of Jesus as you do this. Be led of the Spirit and do whatever the Lord would lead you to do or whatever you purpose in your heart. Listen, the devil will never lead you to give. If you feel an unction, please don't hesitate. Do it right now. Right now. Whatever the Lord would have you to do. I'm believing for a miracle day today for your life and for this building. And I can't wait to show you the results as we continue to go forward. Thank you so much for being here today. Would you please repost this? Again, you go to josephz.com if you want to give. You can text the keyword give to 719-259-0029. And I am so grateful to every one of you in advance as you're leaning into this right now. I'm seeing people talking about how they're giving already. This is amazing. Thank you so much. We are honored and we love you. And you'll hear from us. And I'll bring you more updates about the building. Lord, today, I thank you for our partners. I thank you for those who stand with us. And I thank you that you've been so gracious to find us faithful to bring such an amazing opportunity and a great deal to this ministry called the World Broadcast Center. Thank you, Lord. We honor your name. We glorify you. And we give you all the praise for what you're doing right now. Thank you, Jesus. Well, it's only forever, guys. It's a new beginning. Here we go. And I'm glad we're a part of it together. Because I believe that together we can change the world. I really do. I love you. Jesus is Lord. And I'll keep you updated. We're going to have a lot more updates and announcements about this. We'll post more information on it very soon. We just want to get a head start on this and start preparing for the next few months so we can actually make good use of this place. For your sake, for Jesus' sake, for the nations. I love you all. We'll see you soon. Thank you. Repost this. josephz.com. Let's get this thing done. Talk to you soon. I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone.